In a quaint little village surrounded by a forest that shimmered with secrets lived a boy named Oliver. With his tousled hair and bright blue eyes, Oliver was known for his boundless energy and adventurous spirit. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the trees, Oliver and his friends would gather in the clearing, where the fireflies danced like tiny stars against the darkening sky. One warm summer night, Oliver noticed something unusual. Among the hundreds of flickering fireflies, one seemed to glow faintly, barely a twinkle. Unlike its friends, this firefly darted nervously, flitting from leaf to leaf as if afraid to join the dance. Intrigued, Oliver crept closer and cupped the tiny creature gently in his hands. "Hello, little one," he whispered, smiling at its soft, golden glow. The firefly's light flickered weakly, like a candle struggling against the wind. "I'm going to call you Spark," Oliver said with a grin. "Don't worry, you're safe with me." That night, Oliver lay in his bed with Spark nestled in a tiny jar beside him. He spoke softly to the firefly, telling it stories of brave knights and bold explorers who found their courage even when they were afraid. As he talked, Spark's light grew a little stronger, and Oliver's eyes shone with hope. Days turned into weeks, and every night Oliver would sit by the window, the forest breeze rustling his hair, as he whispered words of encouragement to Spark. "You're special, Spark," he'd say. "You just need to believe in yourself, like I believe in you." One day, a sudden storm swept through the village. The wind howled and the trees bent low, casting deep shadows across the land. Oliver and his friends, who had been playing deep in the woods, found themselves lost as the rain turned paths into slippery mud. The sky was a canvas of dark clouds hiding any guiding stars. "Oliver, how do we find our way home?" his friend Mia asked, her voice trembling with fear. Oliver's heart raced, but then he felt a warm, familiar glow in his pocket. It was Spark who had tagged along in Oliver's pocket that day. The firefly's light was brighter than Oliver had ever seen. Spark's tiny wings quivered, and it seemed to look up at Oliver with determination. "It's okay, everyone," Oliver said, taking a deep breath. He gently held Spark up, and the firefly's glow burst into a radiant light, casting away the darkness. It was as if the stars themselves had descended to help them. Spark flew up, illuminating the path ahead with a golden trail, weaving between trees and guiding them step by step. With Spark's light leading the way, Oliver and his friends made their way through the winding woods. The shadows seemed to melt in the warm, steady glow, and the children's fear melted with it. As they reached the edge of the forest, the village lights appeared, twinkling in the distance like friendly beacons. The moment they stepped safely onto the cobblestone road, Spark soared high into the sky, lighting up the night with a burst of light that seemed to dance across the entire village. Villagers looked up in awe, pointing and gasping at the firefly that shone as brightly as a star. Oliver grinned as Spark returned to his hand, its light now unwavering. "You did it," Spark whispered. "I always knew you could." From that night on, Spark was never the shy little firefly again. It flew with the other fireflies, leading the nightly dances with a glow that inspired the whole forest. And every time Oliver saw it lighting up the night, he felt a swell of pride, knowing that a little belief can make the smallest spark shine the brightest. Believing in someone, even when they don't believe in themselves, can make a world of difference. Just a small act of kindness and faith can turn a flicker into a flame and light up the darkest of paths. The end. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting magical tales. Drop a message in the comment section. We would like to hear from you.